Hey guys, welcome to the show. Spencer here, back with Leigh at the Jimmy V's.
Hi.
Today we wanted to kind of make a mini update and have a little bit of new content for you guys. So here we are, back at the same spot with just us two.
I mean, we're more than enough, I feel.
Yeah, I feel
nice
like
to have leg room for once.
right. The bar's a little small, but we just wanted to. We figured our guests were a little too interesting lately, so we wanted to kind of put the focus back on us.
We need that spotlight. That's why we started Expat, not to shine light on other people.
Yeah, that's more of just a facade. It's called Expat Soup, but really it's Spencer and Leigh's vanity project. It's going good so far, but this is the first kind of peek behind the curtain we got for you guys. We want you to get to know your hosts a little more. We know that you guys watch seconds and seconds of the show, so
almost minutes.
Right. So we're trying to give you guys a little taste of what we have to offer. So this is our first time kind of trying to run the show ourselves with no guest to lean on. So
let us know if this is terrible. Let us know, please, because we don't need to do this again.
Please, we're still searching for that first elusive negative comment or any comment.
Yeah.
For
Likes,
that matter.
No, subscribe, anything.
Yeah. We're still trying to find our feet, so we figured let's ditch the whole premise and see what we can do together.
Yeah.
So here we are. How are you, Leigh?
I'm good. We do have another update. We've got some great footage of the exclusive Expat Soup Punch Party. So we're just gonna run that now. Oh no, we didn't record anything because we're stupid.
Oh yeah, we had a Expat Soup party in which we were going to interview a bunch of folks. We had a menagerie of cultures and countries in the apartment.
Everything was represented. Everything.
Yeah, we had every continent besides maybe Antarctica. But there was some girl that did give me the cold shoulder.
But we forgot that there would be alcohol there, and our weakness is not focusing when alcohol is involved, and that was a problem.
Yeah, that's why I try to have a drink every show.
Yeah, same.
But anyways, we're back here again. Just gonna be the two of us today. We got a bunch of content that we're working on. We're trying to keep our nose to the grindstone. We're trying to keep stuff rolling.
I hope you can notice the quality is vastly improving as well. I mean, if you can't notice, that's fine. Let us know. But if you do notice, also tell us, because that would be really nice to hear.
Yeah, the first one we came back with, the first video, it was okay, but we're trying to steadily increase our production quality as we go along.
It's that Bear Grylls meme. It's like adapt, overcome, improve, or something like that. That's
something like that. We've got one of those things. We've improved, I think. I don't know if we've adapted, because it's really hot and I'm still sweating. But there's no brakes on the content train. Okay. Well, there's several brakes, but
trains do stop. That's what trains do.
Emergency brake.
When you get to your
the
station.
normal brake.
Yeah. Anyway,
so there's
today we're going to do something that we would normally do with a guest. Basically, throw random questions at each other, and hopefully we can learn. I mean, I've known this guy for too long, but I don't know all of the answers to these questions, so we're going to find out.
Yeah, a bit of a hodgepodge, a potpourri of questions. Some silly, some less silly.
Yeah.
Just try to give you a little peek into the psyche, let you guys know
what you're dealing with.
Yeah. So what do you think?
You go first.
Without further ado?
Without further ado.
All right. Let's go with the first question to Leigh will be, what is your favorite song with a color in the title?
That's a good question.
Favorite song with a color in the title?
I'm actually going to go with something that's kind of a guilty pleasure. I will say Coldplay's Yellow.
Oh, good choice.
Because that was their first song.
I remember seeing that music video.
The music video is amazing, the way that it's done.
Just walking on the beach.
Yeah. Is it sunrise or sunset? Sunset, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's just Chris Martin walking on the beach.
They
and
do it. It's a 3-minute video, but it's done exactly when the sun is going down, so it looks really nice.
It's a great song, and Coldplay gets shit on a lot.
Yeah.
I want to blame The Hangover. Is that or no, not
40-Year-Old Virgin.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
That started kind of a meme that kind of shat on Coldplay, but I mean they have it.
The UK's Nickelback. That's how I see it.
I wouldn't go
Nickelback
that
gets
far.
shit too.
Yeah. Well, I'd say they're the UK. Oh, they're not Nickelback. Nickelback's in their own category, I think. Coldplay has some, and even Nickelback for that matter. They make like rock music for stepmoms, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's a famous story that I heard. I don't know how true it is. Chris Martin wanted to go to university to study music, and when he told them the real answer about why he wanted to study music, about just like becoming famous, they're like, no, you can't come here. So then the year after he applied again, and then he gave them some bullshit answer.
Okay.
And then he got in. So it said that he's always had a drive and a focus to get that done.
Well, he knew how to make pop music, but just accessible music.
Yeah.
Period. To even the more eclectic music listener.
Their music videos are pretty good as well. For the one that goes in reverse, like completely backwards, he learned how to not sing, but he learned the mouth actions to the whole song in reverse.
Yeah,
which is incredible.
But Coldplay Yellow, I shit you not, this was when I first figured out how to record on VHS. They put that song out when VHS was still a thing. DVDs were coming in at the moment, but I recorded that music video, and I told my mom, I was like, this band is gonna be famous. And I was in like middle school. I didn't know shit, but I just loved that song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah. So that's my choice for your question.
I'll put in just an honorable mention. Of course, Purple Rain, Deep Purple, Another Shade of Green, Another Kind of Green, John Mayer. A lot of good songs with colors in the title.
There's got to be something blue. There's got to be lots of blue songs. Right? Well,
Tangled Up in Blue, Bob Dylan. I'm Blue. Huge song. Italian discotheques. We're going nuts for that one.
Okay, so my
question.
Right,
give me one.
My question to you is, okay, this is an oldie but a goodie. Zoos, fun place to go or scary animal prison?
Ooh, I love that question. Because I love zoos, but I also get sad when I go. So I'd say both, with the emphasis on sad animal prison.
Okay.
Especially the zoo we got here in Yangzhou.
The quality definitely matters.
I feel like they're feeding those tigers like rice or something.
It's way worse for the carnivores than it is for the other one that I got.
Well, it's just so sad when you see them circling back in their cage, just walking back and forth. They've just gone insane.
Like the one that we have in Yangzhou, it has a big area that all of the zebras, antelope, all of those kind of animals are together, and they're just walking around.
Right, they're like, you guys eat vegetables, just hang out together.
They seem fine, but then, you get to where the wolves are just in, like, dog kennels, basically.
Sad.
Yeah.
China's not at the forefront of animal rights.
They have a brown bear, I think it is, that's maybe this
All
big,
animals.
but it has the same size enclosure as 3 tigers.
Yeah, pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Zoos, I feel like that's going to be the next kind of old-fashioned thing to bite the dust. Carnivals, no, circuses just got kind of banned. I guess Barnum and Bailey got banned not too long ago. Not banned, but kind of just like...
But I think they do a lot for preserving certain animals. Like pandas were brought back and stuff like that. So I feel like...
Right, it's like the killing animals in Africa. Like, yeah, you're killing a lion, but maybe it was old and you're giving money to help conservate.
Yeah. Like in the animal reserve.
Double-edged sword there.
And then that animal is used for resources for local people. If they kill an elephant, that meat will be used for local villages. Nothing goes to waste.
Decent racket.
Next question.
Oh, next question. Let's see here. The rate at which humans fart and burp. Too much, too little, or just right?
Humans as a whole. Like, we're not talking about a particular person.
Just the human species. Do we fart and burp enough? Too much or too little?
We definitely burp a lot more than we ever did in history because of carbonation.
This is burping.
Yeah.
Burp time.
Because
the burp zeitgeist.
This is the burp era. Because like we didn't have carbonated drinks, things like that. You know, burping wasn't a big thing in history. I can't imagine. So.
And I feel like people in ancient times and before pre-human history, they I feel like they maybe savored their food a little more, whereas we scarf it.
True, but then I also think
maybe they were scarfers too.
But I think they ate a lot less. The amount of food we eat.
Right, so if you eat less, you're going to want to enjoy it more, or you're hungry as hell, so you're just going to scarf it.
True. I mean, I would say farting maybe hasn't gone down much because that's more digestion.
Did cavemen laugh at farting? You think they laughed?
Can you imagine the first fart? Like, what the person must have, like, thought, like...
Whoa. Was that magic?
It would be the way the dog sees a fart. Like, it wakes up and, like, looks around.
Huh?
Like, what?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Surely there was... At some point in history, there was the first time somebody laughed at a fart.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, what, 40,000 BC? I'd put odds on that.
I'm going to go on the fence with this one and say we don't fart or burp too much. We fart more than we have, but I don't think it's too much. I think cows and other cattle are an issue with their gases, but I don't think we're really a problem with that.
So just enough.
Maybe too much for health reasons, but I don't think it has any impact on anything else. Question for you.
Let's go.
What's the most interesting thing you've read on the toilet?
The most interesting thing I've read on the toilet recently.
It could be from your phone or...
I don't like to read too much on the toilet. I get in and out.
Okay.
I don't like hanging out in there.
No?
These people that take 30-minute shits, come on. Get in and out. It's gross.
So what's your average time in the toilet?
Depending on the cleanup, at most, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. That's fair. That's a good record.
But I do, if I'm feeling, if I got an upset stomach or something, I know I'm in for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
I got Sapiens in the bathroom, the Yuval Noah Harari book.
Okay.
It's about a human prehistory. It's pretty interesting. About a quarter of the way through, he writes in a very simple way to understand.
Being a quarter way through, that tells me that you've been eating well recently and you haven't needed to read it. Okay.
Got an iron stomach.
Next question.
This vodka's hurting my stomach. What do you read? What do you read on the toilet?
What do I read on the toilet? I generally save articles and then read articles off my phone, like anything that pops up on Facebook or something that I've been
just a
reading.
quick. Some of those articles on Facebook, it just says like 2-minute read at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like that's the point of journalism we're at, where they're putting like, it'll take you your dumbass 2 minutes to read this. Just click, please.
Basically, when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I find an article, like I will open the link, but then just close the browser, and then I know when I get to the bathroom, I got something to look forward to.
Okay. Favorite movie monster.
Ooh.
Favorite
of all time?
Favorite movie monster of all time. And monster can also include like psychopaths.
I'm gonna go with the one that scared me the most when I was a kid, and it would be The Nothing from Neverending Story.
Okay.
Which is like, when you see it, it's just like a black wolf, basically, but you don't see it for most of the movie.
I've seen the Neverending Story. I haven't seen it recently and totally forgot what it's about. I remember the big flying dog, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's the horse.
Is it a really long movie?
I haven't gone back and watched it for a very long time.
I
want to say, because it's an older movie, it's not super long. I want to say that attention span, for movies, back then, they weren't like 2.5 hours. They were like 2 hours max.
I feel like...
I don't know. I might be wrong.
Who's the guy? Peter Jackson? I feel like every movie he makes should be called that.
The Neverending Story.
Yes. Part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Just too long. Come on. Movie monster. I really enjoyed the movie The Shining. Jack Torrance. That's a good monster.
That's good. They're doing the sequel to that. Have you seen the trailer?
The sequel to The Shining?
Yeah. It's
there's
called
a
Sleep. Doctor Sleep, I think it's called.
Is that Stephen King.
Yeah.
book?
I believe he's also written the book. It's got Ewan McGregor as the main character. Ewan McGregor's what I believe is playing the boy as a grown-up.
Okay.
The boy from The Shining.
Okay.
And it looks like a direct sequel from The Shining.
Haven't seen anything about that.
There's a trailer released a couple of days ago. It looks pretty good. This might date the video that we're saying.
Everything gets dated with us. Where are we at? Your question?
My question. Okay. What's your favorite Britishism? A British word that you think is superior to the American equivalent?
Oh, first thing that pops into my head has got to be. It's a phrase. Is that okay?
No, that's fine.
Can't be bothered.
Okay, can't be bothered. So you
or can't be arsed.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I thought it was can't be asked. like ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I kept saying like I can't be asked, and then I realized it's arsed.
Yeah.
ARSED. Love that one because it's so useful in so many ways. It's like, hey,
what is the equivalent in American? What would you say? Like as a natural reflex.
It's just like, sorry, I can't, or I won't, or there's no expression, is there?
I don't know. Like,
can't be arsed. No thanks. It's just a better explanation, really. It's like, I cannot be bothered.
Yes.
Just fuck off.
Exactly.
The British have a very colloquial way of speaking rudely.
Yes.
Which is
we
great.
have like
not rudely, but kind of undertone.
Subtle. We have placeholders for rude things. Like I can't be bothered means fuck off, basically.
Yeah. But it's not like there's not the bite to it. It's very subtle.
Okay, so conversely, vice versa. What Americanism do you think is better than the British equivalent?
That's a hard one.
Something that you hear in British and you're like, that's fucking stupid. Just say blah blah blah.
If a British person said the Americanism?
No. A British person said the British. But you think, why don't you just say...
Taking the piss?
You don't like that?
It's fine. It's fine. It's just, I would really like to know the origin of it, actually.
Take the piss, yeah.
It's got to have something to do with urination, right?
I guess so. And it being bad.
Right, like I'm literally peeing on you.
That'd be taking a piss. Taking the piss.
Right.
It means like I have.
Maybe there was like back in the day when you had little pee buckets, like.
But why would I be annoyed that you're taking?
Right. Yeah. That's
but no, I agree. It doesn't make a lot.
Taking the piss, I get it. It's fine. I don't dislike it, but I would rather just say I'm fucking with you. I'm joking.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue more than like.
Makes more sense.
Saying the word piss is like it's a strong. Like,
you say you're pissed though in America, right? I'm pissed.
I'm pissed off. Yeah. I don't say I'm pissed as in drunk.
I mean, in the UK we use it for both ways. So that's another thing.
Fucking knackered. I love knackered, but we can't say that because it sounds. We use the hard R.
Yeah.
And it sounds cooler when you're knackered.
Knackered. Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah.
Knackered's a good one. British has the Brits.
Knackered comes from, I believe, horse factories. Taking a horse to be turned into a glue. I think that's where that comes from.
The Brits have a ton of good colloquialisms that people really just don't know about. I was off my tits. That's a great one.
That's why we didn't record anything in the party, because we were off our tits.
Exactly.
Okay, next question.
What is it, my turn?
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we got here? Getting a massage from a man. Good or not?
Yes. Good.
Good.
But
You'd prefer it?
it depends. I would either a middle-aged woman or a man.
Okay.
Because
Not a youngster.
because of strength. Because my shoulders are pretty tense that I need some like deep tissue massage, and I sometimes I just don't think.
Plenty of that here.
A younger woman might not be able to get in deep into my shoulders.
With her little baby knuckles.
Exactly. So a man is fine.
There's a blind massage here in Yangzhou, and they will destroy you.
Blind. They're blind.
They're blind. And that's like it's like a job placement thing, I would guess. So you're blind. In China, a lot of people with disabilities get the short end of the stick, I'll say. So I'm guessing some blind people have a choice to going to massage therapy, and they will destroy you there. They try to hurt you. I feel like I was laughing because I couldn't believe how hard it was. Like I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh my god.
They're not doing this on purpose.
And the harder I laughed, and the harder I was like, ow, the harder they went.
Yeah.
So if you go to one of those, just try to keep a stone face.
Okay. Well, they wouldn't see your face anyways. But
All right, you got me there.
next question. Who was your teenage sexual awakening? What TV character, cartoon character was like when your peak puberty, hitting that sexual awakening? Who was it, Eva? I'll give you an example of mine.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the band, but the song Stacy's Mom music video.
I'm on a similar plane.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because Stacy's Mom reminds me of like anyone who liked the American Pie movies. And the first American Pie movie, the foreign chick or whatever.
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name's Elizabeth. I can't remember the actress's name.
I can see
You know what I'm talking about.
Blonde hair.
You can see the
Yeah.
not blonde hair.
No?
This was the foreigner, the
Not
foreign exchange student.
The
that,
Swedish. Was she
not Swedish.
Oh, am I thinking of
Something foreign.
Okay.
So maybe Swedish, but she was a brunette.
Okay. Maybe.
And it was one of the first movies with like nudity that
Yeah.
I saw, and I was just like, oh my god, I cannot wait for high school.
It's gonna be this every
And then I got to high school, and it was nothing like that. No large-chested foreign chicks in my bedroom.
Nope. I will go with that.
Fuck, what's her name?
I wouldn't know it if you told me, so it doesn't matter.
She's kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Jason Biggs, same one-hit wonder. But American Pie, that chick for sure.
So
And
her in particular, not like the movie, but her in particular as the fantasy.
Yeah, not a fantasy, just more like, oh my god, that's what a girl looks like. Wow.
I think she is like the only one who got naked in that movie as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and other than that, I don't know, maybe the Roger Rabbit chick,
Jessica Rabbit.
the cartoon character.
That's another classic.
She was very voluptuous.
Yeah. Impractical figure. Like she had no
Right.
bones.
That would be problematic if
Yeah.
they made that today.
Next question.
What, my question for you?
Yeah.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's see. Horoscopes. Senseless trash or narcissistic senseless trash?
Oh. No, it's just senseless trash. Trash, sorry. I don't think it's narcissistic.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Because you're not looking up somebody else's horoscope.
Yeah, but I don't think people are doing it to tell themselves they're good. I think they're doing it because they're looking for some kind of direction.
Meaning.
Yeah.
It's that
they want something from it.
innate desire to feel like
I think narcissists
thing.
wouldn't care what other things say about them. I think they care
true.
more about what they say
Okay.
about themselves. So I don't know if...
What are you? What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
That sucks, dude. You know Libras.
Yeah, man.
I'm a Gemini. You know Gemini.
I can tell.
You
I
can
can
tell. You
tell.
knew it. I got two faces.
Got those two eyes. Next question. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you three. Okay. Which of these Alabama laws is not a real law?
Which one's not a real
Which
law?
one is fake?
Two truths and a lie.
Yes. If you put salt on a railroad, it is punishable by death. The next one is bear wrestling is illegal. And number 3, incestuous marriages are legal. Which one is not true?
1 or 2 is not true.
So the salt.
I'm gonna go with number 2.
So you think bear wrestling is legal?
Number 2 is
Because the law is bear wrestling is illegal. So you don't think there's a law about that?
what's the first one? Salt on the railroad
you put
tracks?
Yeah, if you put salt on the railroad tracks, it's punishable by death.
I'm gonna go with number 2 is the lie.
Okay. Wow, you're wrong.
What's the lie?
They're all true.
I should have known. I should have known.
Salt is punishable because the salt one is apparently attracts cattle, and then obviously if they're on the railroad, train hits the cow or whatever, it's a problem.
Big Mac surprise.
Yeah, bear wrestling is illegal, which it should be. Why would you want to wrestle a bear? Make that illegal. That makes sense. Incestuous marriages. I noticed you didn't mention that at all.
Oh, that's a good. I knew that was.
But they're
for
legal.
sure.
Yeah. It doesn't specify if a certain incestuous relationship is not legal. It just says incestuous marriages are legal.
I sure. What? Alabama is in the South, and it's funny. Like a lot of like highfalutin, upper class things align with a lot of lower class, not so highfalutin things, if you know what I mean. So like a royal family, they have sex with each other to keep the bloodline going. Sure, right?
I think that the motives are different.
Different motives, but the same act.
Yeah. I would like keeping weapons.
Sure.
I would say a lot of wealthy people that own guns and a lot of poorer people that own guns probably care a lot more than everyone in the middle.
It's different. Both high, upper, and lower class can live at a hotel, and you don't question either one.
Depending on the hotel.
Right. True.
Like you would question you would question some in the wrong.
The Baron of Denmark is not staying at the Holiday Inn
exactly
for weeks at a time. So that was your question.
Yeah.
For me. So you just want to make fun of Alabama, huh?
I mean, they're the punching bag, though, right?
That's true.
It's them and Florida. And
Alabama gets a lot of shit. Mississippi is rough, just all around.
I mean, all I know is just from jokes that Americans make about their own places.
Right.
Florida,
Alabama's
New Jersey,
Florida.
Alabama.
Florida is just like low hanging fruit. Literally,
Exactly.
like Florida oranges. Shout out sponsor. Let's see. Let's see. If someone is sweeping the floor while you're relaxing and watching TV, do you A, feel guilty and get up to help? B, roll your eyes and begrudgingly lift up your feet while audibly sighing? Or C, assert dominance by spilling an entire bag of Cheetos on the floor while making eye contact? You're kicking back, you're watching TV. Grandma's coming along, sweeping the floor. What do you do? A, B, or C?
I'm probably more of a B, but I would be less sighing and like I would feel good because I feel guilty. Like I'd feel guilty and go, oh, I'm so nice for feeling guilty.
Right. I have a conscience.
Exactly. But then I still wouldn't help. I would still
just lift the feet up.
And I wouldn't. Yeah, but I would more rotate and lie on a sofa so that my feet don't need to be constantly lifted.
I asked the question because that's why I moved to China. I was just sick of people cleaning around me and feeling guilty.
Not because you were kicked out for throwing Cheetos on the floor.
No, there was never a Cheeto incident, but we got close. Pretty close.
Next question.
Next.
If you could domesticate any animal that hasn't been domesticated, what would you choose and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Domesticate any animal.
So we're talking the big ones. I mean, some small ones too,
I'd have to go with the small one. I feel like I love cats, all species. I feel like the big cats are domesticatable. How do you say that? Domesticatable?
Sure.
Because there's tons and tons of stories of a family with a lion.
Yeah.
And it just sleeps with the kids and whatever. Sometimes there's horror stories, sure. A lot depends on how much you're giving the lion to eat, I feel. But I'd have to go with a smaller one, like a fox.
Fox, yeah.
Because a fox is a cool sized animal, and
they're noisy as fuck, though.
that's the thing. That's
They
the
scream.
domestication part, where if you domesticated them, they'd stop screaming.
But it's their call. It's like cats don't stop meowing. You would
You're
have to
telling
breed.
me.
You would have to breed it out of them over
Yeah, okay.
generations.
All right.
Because their scream is horrifying as well.
That's the only reason why I said them to stop the screaming.
But they wouldn't. So they would do it more because they were getting your attention for food.
Okay, so I think of like house cats. Good, easy pet to take care of. Small. How about like a horse that's the size of a dog? Forever. So
like a Shetland pony?
So we have to domesticate them and breed the size out of them. Not a Shetland, smaller. I mean, I'm talking like a Labrador.
Okay.
But it's a horse, and it doesn't get bigger. I'd go for that, but we need, thousands of years of breeding.
That's a long time. But then, I don't think
it's open-ended, though.
Ponies are small for a reason, right? That happened.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Why, though? Why that?
Because they
wouldn't be able to walk up and down stairs, though, because of their joints.
Because they're vegans, and meat is expensive.
Okay, that's fair. But you'd have to live on the ground floor.
Right, they're not good at... But if it's the size of a lab, you just pick that sucker up.
Every day? Could you...
Well, I live on a 6th floor walk-up.
6th floor walk-up.
This guy's
it's
staying...
hard for me to
he's
walk up.
staying on the balcony, for sure. No doubt.
Okay. So, tiny horse is your answer.
Tiny horse.
Okay. I think I would go with something more intelligent. I'd probably go with like a lemur.
So horses are dumb, okay.
I didn't say dumb, I just said something more intelligent.
Sure.
I'd go more primate or like monkey, lemurs, something like that.
I want something that I know I'm smarter than.
Well, I know
I
know I'm smarter than a lemur.
you get a fucking ape up in here.
I know you're a Gemini, but you're smarter than a lemur too.
That's our new slogan. You're smarter than a lemur.
But like, I want to be able, because you train animals to do things for you. You train a monkey or something to get you a beer from the fridge. Like Homer Simpson.
Dogs can do that.
Homer Simpson has that monkey that he trains when he gets a monkey. I can't remember the episode, but he does that thing.
Yeah.
Next question.
Let's see here. Would you consider putting a feather in your hat macaroni? Do you get that at all?
I don't get that at all. I don't know.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. You know Yankee Doodle, the song?
It's a song, right?
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on his pony. Stuck a feather in his hat, called it macaroni. Macaroni's I
know what macaroni is.
Dandies, fops, macaroni. That's all that old British style, fashion.
I know what a fop is and a dandy.
Never
heard it macaroni before.
So Yankee Doodle is the prototypical American of the time.
He
put a feather in his hat.
And he was a fop.
And he's like, no, a macaroni is like high class style. The upper, whatever, bourgeois.
Okay. So you're asking me if I put a feather in my hat, am I high class?
Was
bourgeois?
Yankee Doodle high class when he put the feather in his hat?
That sounds like a pimp, and like not a good pimp as well. That sounds like bottom tier pimp.
All right. So this is the last episode of Expat Soup, guys. Thanks for watching.
I don't know what macaroni is. A thing you eat with cheese.
What are you? I thought you were the British one.
It's not a British word. Pretty sure that's Italian. Macaroni doesn't sound English to me.
I know, but macaroni and cheese is pretty American, right? Is it huge there in England?
No.
Macaroni and cheese? No, right.
No.
But you guys love cheese.
We do. And
noodles.
in general.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, I thought we'd throw it back a little. I'm still a little perturbed about the Yankee Doodle sitch. I feel like you got the,
I'm not gonna lie. That question is a car crash of a question.
Well, you just don't know your American folklore songs.
Okay,
you foreign person that's not American.
So sorry. Okay.
Jesus.
My question could equally go that way. An alien has the world hostage.
Oh boy.
And you are the representative. And you are told to hydrogen bomb any country you wish to save the world. Which country do you choose?
So I gotta blow up a country for this question.
You gotta blow up a country. I mean, you gotta drop a bunch of bombs. You might not kill everyone in the country, but you gotta choose.
But one country's off the map after this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh boy.
And it has to be a country recognized.
The first thing I thought of was Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Oh, Eritrea.
Because I feel like that's really small.
Okay.
I'm going for small. I'm not gonna say like Russia. That's too easy.
Your conscience would be clearer if you're hitting
The less amount of
country that
the
has
less
less
amount of life lost. Forget the culture and whatever.
Well, we will, because they'll be gone.
Right. No more of you Eritrean culture fanatics out there.
Okay.
Eritrea? Is that how you say it?
Eritrea?
Eritrea.
I think I know.
Gone.
Yeah.
Off the map. Sure.
Wow.
What do you choose?
I
Besides, Florida.
I would have gone for I would have gone conversely exactly the opposite, and I would have gone with something like Russia, because I mean, they're aliens, so maybe they wouldn't be so smart of, like, hitting Russia doesn't mean you're going to necessarily wipe out a lot of people, because the population's relatively small.
I just watched Chernobyl. They booked it right out of there.
Exactly. So, yeah, I would go with Russia.
Okay. Sure.
I feel like they would...
Not even Ukraine first?
I think they would survive more than a smaller developing nation would, though.
Oh, I was thinking goodbye forever.
Exactly. I'm thinking, yeah, you were hurt, but you can rebuild.
What about Haiti? I feel like
Haiti.
they've had enough.
We love to
maybe
hate on
just
Haiti.
maybe just forget them.
Right? They've had their chance.
We're gonna get canceled 20 years down the line for that comment. All right, that was a good one. Let's do a bad one. Let's see. Everything and everyone in this dimension is interconnected within the fabric of space-time, or just whatever.
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 Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think people are connected.
Good answer.
I don't think there's fate or anything like that. Do you believe in anything like that?
Well, I mean, what is fate what is going to happen, or fate is what is going to happen?
Yes.
It's hard to wrap my head around this one, because everything that's going to happen is going to happen.
Yes.
So that means we have to believe in fate, because it's not like, oh, I was supposed to meet you. It's like, oh, I accidentally met you, and that's what was supposed to happen.
But
There's 1,000 choices that I could have made before that led me to this point.
Yeah.
And I didn't choose those. I chose this path.
Yeah, no, I believe that there's... What you're talking more like cause and
Causality.
Yeah, causality, cause and effect, right? Where you do something and it leads to something.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
of course, that's why we go to school. That's why we...
But also the interconnectedness. Like, it's just like space and time is a blanket and we're all a part of it.
The problem is that you're just looking at yourself in that situation. You're not looking at all the other choices. If you're talking about, like, true love, right? Man and woman. Or man and woman, whatever.
Hey, this isn't a fictional podcast.
These two people are going to meet each other. But you have, like, 1,000 choices to make before then. And so does she. Which makes it even less of a thing. So
Right.
I don't believe that it's as simple as meant to be.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I told you it was a bad one. Next.
Okay, next one. Would you rather... okay. Would you rather live with... I mean, you know... How many cats do you have right now?
I have 4 cats, but let me just... He's got a
disclaimer.
I got a disclaimer. I got a caveat. Not a caveat, but like if you were like house sitting, this would be a caveat. They have their own floor and their own room and balcony, so the smells are outside. It's not a cat house. It's not a dirty hoarder cat house. Just want to make that clear first.
I mean, that wasn't my question, but I'm glad we cut that.
Right, but if somebody said they had 4 cats to me, I'm thinking this guy's a piece of garbage.
So, would you rather have 30 cats or 1 dog?
Okay, I got a similar question. I would go with 1 dog.
Okay.
Of course, 1 dog.
Okay.
But let me throw it back at you.
Okay.
20 cats or 4 kids?
Ooh. 4 kids.
4 kids?
Yeah.
Whew.
Because I believe that they're going to grow up and learn stuff. Like, the animals are always going to be the same.
Yeah, cats don't grow up and learn stuff.
No,
That's true.
they're filthy from start to finish. Whereas kids,
Well, they watch the filthy talk. They got their own bedroom.
yeah, but if you had 20 cats, you're not gonna put them all in that balcony, right?
Right. No, yeah, 20 cats, that would be filthy, yes.
Yes.
I'm still thinking of my situation.
Like 4 kids, and you're gonna have fun at some point with those kids, presumably. I
Right.
don't know when, but
Out on the dock.
you
late
would
at
enjoy
night.
some. Yeah, you can take them outside as well,
I
right? You're not
love
taking
this.
20 cats out for a walk.
No, yeah. We're not going to Disneyland with the cats this year.
Exactly. So I'm gonna stick with the human people because animals are a mess.
Okay.
I do like pets, by the way. I just 20 is too much.
Too much.
You
Sure.
got another
That
question?
was my quick
Well, you
one back at you.
piggybacked on my
I can go.
You should go again.
Let's see. Life's not a bitch. Life is Life's not a bitch. Life is
Life is meaningless party.
Sure. I'm right there with you with meaningless and party.
Yeah.
Put
right?
those together.
Because like not every
Let's
party
go.
you go to is fun. Like you will often have awkward times in parties.
Mm.
Not our parties though. The ones we throw are amazing, but other parties, the lulls,
Mm.
the highs, right? So it's life.
Ebb and flow.
I think when you go to any house party, it represents everything you'll find in normal society.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have the weird anomalies. You'll have
It's a good kind of like, whatever, when people take a survey, there's some number, like if you survey 100 people in an area, in a city, that is an accurate description of that whole state or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Small sample size will tell you a lot about the whole.
yeah.
Same with a party.
I think a party is a sample size for the planet Earth. My question to you: what is your drink of choice? If you go to a bar,
Drink of choice?
you can choose anything in this bar. What is it?
Anything in the bar. Ooh, that's a tough one. Because in China, it's you go to a lot of bars and they have like whiskey and Coke, rum and Coke, and like that's it.
Budweiser.
Not everywhere.
Corona.
There's like cocktail bars and whatever. I like a good Moscow Mule, but no vodka. Switch it with rum. I like Long Island iced tea.
So you cocktails. You go cocktails if you have a choice.
Right, but I also love the beer. You guys can't see, down here, but I'm growing a little belly. But life's meaningless party, so. So yeah,
If you had a choice between beer and cocktail, though, like Moscow Mule or something.
I drink more beer for sure.
Okay.
I thought you meant cocktail.
No, I'm just in general. Like
Beer-wise, though, wheat, Boulevard wheat, just a nice wheat beer. Not too light, not too heavy. Like a Blue Moon, it's a really heavy white beer or wheat beer. It's a white wheat. A little too heavy. I like a lighter wheat.
Okay.
Just, it's a little tasty.
What's the most unusual alcoholic drink you've had?
Most unusual. Well, Lee's here in town has a thing called a Mad Max.
Oh, fuck.
It's like a Long Island, but with absinthe and
Monster energy drink.
It's like a Kyle's wet dream. If Kyle went to Bonnaroo, that's what he would order.
That drink is disgusting. I know exactly.
Yeah, a Mad Max. It's like a absinthe Long Island.
It glows in the dark. That's what it is.
Right. And I've seen people chug them.
It was me.
Horrible.
Next question.
All right, my question.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Would you rather watch the movie Boyhood or get hit in the head with a ball-peen hammer?
I don't know the movie, but I'm gonna go with the second one.
Dude, perfect answer. I watched Boyhood. It's like 9 hours long, and there's a gimmick like, it took 12 years to make. And I was so excited for it. And it was like watching a video of a guy watching paint dry. Like Andy Warhol filmed himself watching paint dry for 13 hours.
You would
Horrible.
watch that, though. If it was Andy Warhol, I'm pretty sure you would watch that.
Probably, yeah. There was a little, maybe sliver of like drama that was interesting, and that was it.
Is it
So-
like a documentary then?
No, it's actors growing through time. Like they filmed it over 12 years. It's a cool gimmick, sure. It's a good director. He's got some good stuff. He does the rotoscoping. He did A Waking Life and Scanner Darkly. Can't think of his name right now. He's from Texas. Anyways, that was a misfire for me.
We had a TV show. Well, I guess we still do that. It interviewed
Linklater, that's his name.
It studied and interviewed a bunch of kids when they're young, and they go back. I think it's every 7 years they go back to see what has
they
changed
said.
in life. No, it changed. So they interview and talk to them again 7 years later, and 7 years later. And I think they've gone back 4 times as of now. I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty interesting to see like the development of people that you have no interest in at all. And you see them change vastly, and they do like recaps of what's happened before.
It's crazy. Like every 5 years you look back and you're like, God, I was an idiot.
I mean,
and now we got video evidence.
You first came to China kind of the same time as me, right?
6-7 years ago, or more. Yeah, more now.
Think about yourself the year before you came to China. How different you are now.
Oh, I was a total idiot. I mean,
I said different.
You know me so well.
I'm out of questions. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll give you one more, and then let's wrap it up. What is your email password?
Spencer123.
Sick. Good password. All right, guys. We wanted to give you a peek behind the curtain. I hope you guys got a little feel for your host. And we
this was fun.
We hope you're still watching.
We're gonna do this again.
And also, if you're still watching, drop a comment on Facebook or YouTube and tell us after you subscribe. Tell us if you're interested in any other countries, or you have any questions for previous guests, or you have any ideas for the show. Yeah. We'd love to hear it. And thank you for watching.
And if you ever want to ask us questions and do something like this again, we can have a list of your questions in front of us.
For sure. All right. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.